What's going on, everybody? It's Over the Ropes. I'm Tyler.
I'm Cortland. We have your Monday Night Raw review in our native New England. I'm surprised no one in our chat went.
I know.
A little bit
I
surprised.
didn't even realize that until the show was on.
Yeah.
And then, frankly, it didn't even connect until I was talking to Tristan. He said his brother-in-law went. And I was like,
Oh, really?
Where was the show again? And he was like, Providence. I was like, oh, shit, what the hell?
You know what else threw me off?
What's that?
They changed the name and I didn't know.
Like
So when they had the drone shot, and it was like, I honestly can't remember what it is, but it was different. And I was like, oh, I didn't know there was a second arena in Providence. And then the drone went in and I was like, oh no, I definitely went through the security. And I remember I remember the look of the place when he walked in. It's not the Dunks anymore. Not the Dunkin' Donuts Arena.
You know? Let me ask
How does Dunkin' Donuts lose a sponsor in New England? What are we doing?
Let me ask you. What was your favorite pay-per-view you've been to? Live.
Ooh. Yeah. Oh. I don't know. It's tough to narrow down because there was, incredible things at a lot of them. I always really like Money in the Bank because I just like that pay-per-view a lot as a whole, and I caught a pancake.
We were
both at.
Yeah.
I just had a really good time at that, but it's also like, how do I not pick the WrestleMania 33 where the Hardys came back? But then I also saw Becky Lynch headline WrestleMania and win the main event. Like, It's, I don't know.
For me,
I would probably go with Mania 33 because I got to see The Undertaker. It's my first Mania and the Hardys came back.
Yeah, I would say even though I have been to a Mania, mine would be Backlash from 2005. Because it was really my first show. It was, Triple H Batista. Triple H is New Hampshire guy. So he cut a promo after the show how, I hate it here, you guys all suck, you never deserved me, blah, blah, blah. It was Edge and Benoit in a last man standing match. Tag turmoil for the
That's ironic, isn't it?
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
The car was Shelton and Jericho, I think, for the IC title.
Yep.
It was a hell of a show, dude. Shawn and Hogan teamed up against Muhammad Hassan and Daivari. Dude, I cried. I cried when that match was announced. Because we were, that was 2005, so we were
13 and 14?
Yeah. Shawn got on his knees begging for Hogan one last match. Oh, dude, I was boo-hooing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, I can't believe you got to see that.
I did, yep. Kane and Viscera with Lita and Trish in each corner.
Viscera.
Big Daddy V. Big Daddy V.
That was a big man.
Hell yeah, it was. Alright, what did you think of Monday Night Raw?
Oh, man, do you want my real answer?
I want the realest answer.
I am not feeling satisfied about Raw.
Really?
Yeah, man. I'm really, really annoyed with the WWE right now. Wow. I'm so annoyed with WWE and their build to this weekend that I started watching NXT again because AEW again because I am so annoyed with this company. They did a dog shit job at promoting the shows for this coming weekend. Terrible. They are doing a fucking terrible job at marketing Evolution. Awful. They should be ashamed. They aren't doing shit for Evolution. This whole show was about Seth Rollins and his group and had nothing to do with these pay-per-views. And I think that sucked. The whole show is about Seth Rollins' group. It's like Raw. I swear to God, if I didn't know any better, Vince McMahon wrote this show. Because it sucked. It sucked.
I couldn't disagree more with you. Wow. Okay, yeah. Well, so, here's the thing. You're going to make me sound like the homer, aren't you? You really are. You know what? Fuck you. You came into the show today specifically to cover your ass, to make me be the homer, just in case, All Out ends up being a good show, you can look like the good guy. Because here's the thing. Evolution, is it being promoted like WrestleMania? No, it's not. But they have 3 shows they're promoting. They can only do so much with each show. That alone is a mistake.
I mean, that I
agree.
It doesn't give it any shine.
Right.
It doesn't give it a chance to shine.
That I do agree with. That was a mistake. But here's the thing. In a nutshell, I agree with you, right? But I'm gonna have to push back because I hear too many people agreeing with you for the wrong reason, right? So, like, the people online that's like, oh, they're not doing anything for Evolution. They're not doing that because they feel like they don't think it's good. They want an excuse to try to say Triple H and WWE doesn't give a shit about women and blah, 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 and, which is just not the case. So, like, I have to push back just to, like, protect that thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, the, what's the word I'm looking for? The disingenuous, argument to that. You know what I'm saying? So,
I just feel like the first one felt really special, and this one completely feels like an afterthought.
Well, I mean,
there was a Nikki Bella package and a video package from Rhea and Io, and that was it.
I wonder how you're going to feel after the show. I feel like...
And a tag team got thrown in it without doing anything to get it. Like, nothing happened. And just like how every match went, I was just like, this was dumb. I feel like every match pretty much was dumb.
Interesting. Well, hold on. Before Cortland continues shitting all over the show, watched one damn AEW show, and now all of a sudden he's back to the haterade. Wow.
No, I put it on to cleanse my palate. I was like, let's see if this is any better.
I'm gonna give you a minute.
Yeah.
Show the fans. Show the fans the stinger.
Oh yeah. So I started a tattoo. I don't know if you can see it at all.
Oh, you can see it, baby. Look at that.
So it's like a play on comedy strategy. So this side's not done yet. I've got to get this colored, but that's going to be Surfer Sting, which is obviously happy, and this is Crow Sting, which is obviously morbid. Uh-huh. So
you know what you should do? Remember how I said the Joker one, and you were like, well, it doesn't really work with what I'm going for? Maybe not like a Sting, but like maybe a Joker Sting card, like how you have the Scorpion.
Oh!
You know what I'm saying? Something like that.
So you know what I was going to do?
What's that?
Behind both shoulders, I was going to do Batman on one and Joker on the other.
Nice.
I got good on one shoulder and evil on another.
Nice. Okay, so I couldn't disagree with you more. I thought this Raw was awesome. For a lot of different reasons, right? We're going to get into this segment by segment, obviously.
Yep.
But, I loved the Seth Rollins stuff. Dude, Braun Breaker came so close to being Big Puck Pump at the beginning of this show. Oh, my God. I was, so close to getting some Freakzilla talk. You know what I'm saying?
Someone get a calculator who's going to start doing math.
Right. I was waiting for him to be like, I hate Sami Zayn, and screw that bum-ass Ric Flair, too. Remember when Scott Steiner randomly just started shitting all over Flair in a promo? I was waiting for it. I was waiting for just a Charlotte Flair, slander for no reason. They gave Braun and Bronson personality, and, shit that, I've been waiting for. The best thing about the Bloodline was the interaction between them. And everybody had their own distinct personality. And we finally got that with Seth's faction today.
It only took 3 or 4 months.
Exactly. And
unreal.
Now that they're giving me the stuff I've been waiting for, I can't then turn around and shit on the show. You know what I'm saying?
I just feel to me, I'm it's just why now? Why did we wait after months to do this? Also, I'm just sick of starting every show with Seth because we've been down this road so many times. And he's not saying anything different any week, and I'm just like, that's what makes it.
You can't say
that's
that.
True.
Don't even come at Seth. That man said one sentence.
Yeah, that's true. He said that they already said everything for me.
That's right.
Yeah.
You back up my boy.
Yeah.
Damn. One AEW
It just feels
show.
stagnant.
I'm gonna be riding that shit now. Watch. Yeah. So let's make this clear, and then we're gonna get into the breakdown of the show. This weekend, we are only doing the WWE shows, not because we are some kind of AEW haters or anything like that. I'm gonna keep it a buck with everybody. I ain't paying $60, $70 for a wrestling pay-per-view. So that is if you could watch All In on Max like you can Peacock, I would be watching All In this weekend, 100%. But I'm not paying $60 or whatever it is, $50, even if it's $50 for a wrestling pay-per-view. I'm not doing it. So that is why we're not doing All In, because my ass is broke. And I ain't paying for all that. So that being said,
it's actually cheaper for some of the tickets to go there than it is to buy it, which is funny.
Right. Now that being said, I might spend $20 to $30 to watch Slammiversary next week, but that's cheaper. So back off.
Yep.
But yeah, so we're going to do the WWE shows. We're not doing All In. Not because I hate AEW or anything like that. I don't mind AEW. I'm just cheap and broke and not paying to watch a show. And I'm pretty sure you're...
I'm going to try to find a way to pirate it because I am morbidly interested.
If you do, let me know.
Yep.
So I'll watch it. But anyways, So let's get into the show. Since you're a hater, I'm going to start the show off.
Let's go.
So we start with Seth's group. Come out looking fly as all. Boy, you've said this before. This is the first week that it hit me in the face. Bronson hitting the weights, huh? Or the treadmill or something. My dude looked
has lost
shit. I was like,
he's lost a lot of weight.
Damn.
He looks great.
Yeah, he was looking small in the. I mean, he's losing badonkadonk, but you know, at least it's noticeable. As another man that has a keg, you know, instead of 6-pack, I was like, damn, I was getting a little jealous. So they come out. Paul Heyman goes to hand the mic to Seth, and Braun Breaker snatches the mic. Dude, I was like...
And so were they. That was the best part.
Seth? An audible gasp from the crowd.
Yeah. Seth and Heyman both were like, what the fuck?
And the whole time he's talking, Seth and Heyman are talking to each other behind his back. It was excellent. Excellent. Now I was a little worried because I was like, boy, don't rush Braun turning on this group.
But this group?
Don't do it. I know people complain about the snail's pace, and sometimes it's a little too much, but I like the longer storytelling. Do not rush this. You know what I'm saying? So, so Breaker takes the mic. He says he is where he is with Seth and Heyman because they have a vision that makes him the face for the next 2 decades. And in that vision is a WWE without Sami Zayn. Dude, I was rolling through this whole thing. He's like, I hate the way he looks. I hate his stupid mustache. I hate his stupid music. I hate that you guys sing to his music. I don't understand how you guys cheer for somebody who has the athleticism of a dead fish.
That was really funny.
He doesn't even go to the gym. He's just losing his mind of how much.
You recited that pretty well. I did not write any of that down, but that all sounded right.
Yeah, and he's just going, and he's like.
I was surprised he didn't say anything about the Tanner, though. You know,
he's borderline Big Papa Pump in this too. He's Steinering out in this. He's grabbing the ropes. he literally has to compose himself at one point and like stop talking for a second. He's like, all right, like, I was dying. This was awesome. I was like, all right.
He reminds me of Goldberg in a way. He like psychs himself out.
Well, it's great because he's so intense and so quiet.
Yeah.
So it's like kind of scary when he starts to like Steiner out because you're like, oh my god, he's gonna like beat up a fan or something.
He might kill the ref.
Right, like Jesus. So Seth asks Paul Heyman to get the mic from Braun. So then Seth has the mic and Bronson Reed's like, hey, like my turn. Give me the mic. So Seth gives him the mic, and he's like, he says, I hurt Seth Rollins so bad it built a bond between us. I tsunami'd him, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, and left him laying to a point that we have respect, and that is what got me here. And he says, Jey Uso doesn't respect him, and he's gonna get a tsunami tonight, essentially. And like the whole time I'm sitting there going, right now it's fine, but how much longer is it till Seth is like, alright dude, you've talked about tsunamiing me 6 times for 4 effing months. Like, enough is enough. Now it's getting personal. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of these days, he's going to be like, I beat Seth's ass so much he got respect for me. He's just going to get super kicked in the mouth. I can't wait for it. So then Heyman gets on the mic, and he rehashes what the other two says. He says, I ain't going to try to do it better because they did it good enough. He says Roman doesn't have the balls to step up for them. He says the OTC is MIA. Ooh. And
it's in a lot of acronyms.
And then Seth gets the mic and essentially says, hey, they said it all for me. What is there left to say? And boy, I loved the opening segment. I don't know what to tell you, brother. I thought this whole thing was excellent.
Thought the promo, the whole thing that they did was fine. I just have to knock it a grade because it's way late. This is months late. This should have happened in April or early May after WrestleMania. I give them early May. There's no excuse that this wasn't done by sometime in May. None. But it was good, and they planted some seeds for Roman's return, which I liked.
I'm gonna hit on that later.
Big time.
We're gonna have a conversation about that later. But
yeah. So after this, we head to the Judgment Day clubhouse, back where they belong.
Back where you belong.
On my segment. And this is I did enjoy this. Finn's shining up the belts. The boys are playing darts.
So happy.
Who's winning? Of course, the Irish guy's winning. Obviously.
So happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're having a grand old time, and Raquel shows up. And I still can't think of the word of it. I wrote shrine. I don't think that's the right word.
Shrine's a good word.
Maybe like a visual. I don't know. But there's a picture of Liv.
Yeah.
There's all these candles. There's flowers.
It's like she died. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
And Raquel's like, what the hell is this? And she's like, guys, she's going to be back soon. She's rehabbing every day. And Finn's like, hey, let me remind you, it took me 8 months to return.
This is like the 4th time. This is like the 4th time he said this, too.
Yeah.
Like, she's going to take her time. And so besides, it's a nice picture, which cracked me up.
No, that wasn't even the funniest part. He's like, it took me 8 months, and I'm tough. Like,
yeah. And Raquel's like, it'd be a nice picture? Us retaining the tag team titles at Evolution, and my partner doing her job tonight. And Roxanne's like, I got you, partner. And Raquel's like, yo, chill. Way too soon. So I thought there was good levity in this segment.
I love when she asks about the thing. Roxanne's like, oh, I did it for Dom. Like, he just misses Liv so much. I did it for Dawn,
Yep.
you know? And it's like, oh,
Yep.
you put up a thing that his girlfriend's dead? Because, like, oh, okay. So
the girls leave. Dom sees a cake for him. He's like, oh, thanks, guys. And Finn and JD are like, oh, it wasn't me. Oh, it wasn't me. And then he reads it, and he's like, get well soon. From AJ, but the guys have already left at this point. Dom's like, huh? And he turns around, and AJ's just like creeping behind a production box and waves at him. I kind of wish he would have attacked him, but it was a good, it was a fun segment.
he has the,
honestly,
he has the medical paper.
Yeah, and then he holds up the paper.
And AJ's gone.
Yep.
Oh, dude. These two segments were so funny and so good. Like,
I thought this one was really funny.
yeah.
There's a match or two or I think there's a match and a promo that I don't mind, but there's some other stuff in here I cannot wait to get into.
So then we get Kairi Sane versus Roxanne Perez.
Yep.
Now, you keep your disrespectful mouth shut about my Asian queen, Kairi Sane. Alright?
I was rooting for her in this match.
Rooting for her not to botch? What were you rooting for? Huh?
I like her more than I like Roxanne, so.
Wow! Hater!
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hater. So,
Oh, yeah.
This match I thought it was good. Oh, there's one thing to botch matches, another thing putting Kyrie and Roxanne in a match together. I literally saw that on Twitter. So Kyrie gets the win. Woo! That was actually a surprise to me. Woo!
I was very surprised, yep.
Raquel and Roxanne start beating her down. Asuka hits the ring for the save. Both teams brawl. The Kabuki Warriors are back. I liked it. I like Roxanne. I like Kyrie. I like Kyrie and Asuka together. And here's the thing. We would all love everybody to be world champion. We'd all love everybody being a continental champion. There's only 2 women on a show at a time that's going to be champ.
Yep.
Just because Kyrie and Asuka are back as a team doesn't mean they can't also go have singles matches. You know what I'm saying? So yep. I like them as working as a team when they don't have a singles
feud or whatever
package. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, because like there was this one women's tag champion who like got a shot to be champion and then also have like a program for a world title match with her and her partner getting a world title match on the other show. But since she was going to lose, she, God forbid she loses, so she like walked out of the company and like made sure she had creative control at the next company she went to, no matter how much they deny it. So, like, I think you can be in a tag team and work singles and, like, do both at the same time, but,
No concept for some.
Just saying. Just saying. You got anything hater to say about this match? Since you hate both of them?
I don't hate both of them. I just don't love them.
Mm-hmm.
Kyrie rarely gets through a match cleanly. And I just don't love Roxanne as much as a lot of people do. That's all. Yeah. I just had to point out that for the umpteenth week in a row, Roxanne did not get an entrance. And then I want to say I'm surprised by Kyrie winning, but also, like, we got that video package, like the Pirate Princess video package, and I was like, damn, they really are going to push Kyrie here. And then one thing that really surprised me, like, every once in a while, the example I always go back and use is Mark Henry versus Ryback. One person goes over, the other person gets over. So someone might win a match, but then something happens after the match, and you might not actually remember the winner. You remember what happened after. And Mark Henry beat Ryback, even though Ryback was a hot and up-and-coming thing, but after the match, Ryback took him out. But usually, there's give and take. This was all Kabuki Warriors, and I was like,
damn, they really just threw Roxanne to the wolves, and that was puzzling to me. Kyrie won the match and won the beatdown. And I just was like, I don't know, puzzled by that. That's all. Not that I don't like it, but I was just like, that's odd.
Yeah.
Especially because I feel like you need Roxanne to look good to make this whole Judgment Day thing work with her and Raquel. So I don't know. I just thought that was a little bit puzzling.
Well, you do, but you can also have her do this roller coaster thing where, like, you know, they're all like, oh, you lost the match and everything else. And then if they win the tag match and it's because of her, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it can be a little bit of a, you know, but...
After this, we get a lot of backstage stuff. We start with Jackie Redmond and Sami Zayn, who still got taped up ribs. She asks how he's managing between his injury, Karrion Kross, and now Braun Breaker tonight. And he's like, I'm not managing. I've got way too much on my plate. But tonight, I got to focus on Braun Breaker. Kross can wait. Everything else can wait. I'll get to it later. And as he walks away, Scarlett appears. Like, don't say that about my man. A little foreboding. What's up?
The one thing I'm not going to give you crap to shit on is anytime Sammy speaks. I don't care. One iota.
Yeah.
It's talk about the same crap over and over. Holy shit. Broken record, Sami Zayn.
Yep.
And here's the thing. I've liked Sammy enough, but, like, everybody else likes Sammy a lot more than I do. Always have. So, like, I don't care. I don't care, Sammy. I really don't, you know? So.
I hear you. After this, we get American Made. They're in Adam Pearce's office. Pearce is like, oh, El Grande Americano quits the match himself, so I don't know what to say. Brutus is like, that's impossible. Because Chad Gable's hurt.
Yeah.
Julius slaps him upside the head. You know, and they kind of argue about it, and they're like, Gable's not going to be happy about this. I thought that was funny. I think this next part's stupid. Ivy's like, I want to be in the Battle Royal. And Pearce is like, you already are. Like, just explain it or don't say it, but that was just, like, pointless. And stuff like that drives me nuts. Like, explain why, or have her earn it or something. Don't just be like, oh, you get right what you want immediately. Like, I don't know. That was just... And if she was already in the match, wouldn't she know? Makes no sense at all. And then after this, the Kabuki Warriors march in, and they're like, we want Judgment Day. And so Pierce adds them to the women's 4-way tag match. They are going to represent Raw. What's up?
I don't know about you. Alright?
What?
First off, do you think the Kabuki Warriors need to earn shit? They are former women's tag team champions. One of them's been a world champion. How many other... Who should have been in it? Natalia and Maxine Dupree?
Yeah, they don't have any other tag teams left. They got rid of them all.
Exactly. So they are allowed to just walk up in this match. Thank you. And here's the thing. I understand what you're saying with the, like, earn it or blah, 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 hater. But I like that, like...
Call for you.
Rather than, like, them all being like, ooh, we're American made. And we're all like a unit. They're all like, you got dumbass talking about how Americano's Chad Gable, even though he's not supposed to. You got his brother trying to keep him in line. You have Ivy worrying about being in charge and also being in this battle royal. Like, I kind of liked it. We get a banger video package for Nikki Bella. Banger, just because I love Nikki. Talking about how she's going to be in the Battle Royal. I didn't see where she said this, but I saw the quote. She did an interview and said this isn't like a couple of month thing. Like, she's back.
Good. I didn't know that.
Let's talk about this now. How stupid is WWE being?
About?
What do you actually believe in your heart of hearts that Paige or AJ Lee are coming back this weekend?
I think they're putting too much stuff out there for AJ to not come back.
That's my point. Is especially AJ, I will believe it when I see it.
Yep.
And I feel like they are putting all this AJ, Paige. I guarantee you they have a Paige thing in the next day or two, and then after that they do like a Brie Bella thing, because I think this is their way of like getting people hyped for Evolution. And I don't believe any of them are coming back, and that is going to be such a letdown for this show. They are getting people's expectations way too high for one of these girls to come back. And if they don't, people are going to fucking riot. And it's going to be a detriment to that show.
For teasing something awesome after doing a shit job for building to a show, yeah.
So, like, they better deliver.
Deliver, yeah.
Because if not, it is going to be a massive mistake. And then we got Sami Zayn coming out to the ring. And he gets jumped by Karrion Kross. Woohoo! Dude, that crowd was chanting Kross.
The crowd is eating Karrion Kross alive right now.
His ass stomped, and people are chanting for Kross, which was like, hell yeah. I liked how Kross ran down with the double axe handle ready to go. Like,
ready to go. Ready to brawl.
Gets the pipe. Everybody splits.
I heard he ran faster like that.
Apparently so. Sammy insists on the match continuing, and Braun Breaker eats this boy up. I mean, he got his hope spot and whatnot, but like overall, our boy Braun Breaker was stomping that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely controlled the match.
Yep. Breaker hits the spear, gets the win. Our boy Braun Breaker. I love me some Braun Breaker, dude. He was on. I watched a thing on YouTube with him. He was talking to somebody, and they played the clip of Scott Steiner talking about how Braun Breaker owes them all these residuals for stealing all their shit, including their outfits. And he's like, I love how he can steal all of our moves and all of our shit, but he doesn't use our last name. And the guy asked Braun, he goes, so what do you think about this? He goes, yeah, I forgot Scotty Steiner's the first person to ever use a suplex. Stupid me.
That's pretty funny.
It's so weird. That's his uncle, and he only calls him Scotty. Like, not Uncle Scotty, no, it's Scotty. Scotty. Yep. I've been diving into these WWE podcasts. Him with Undertaker is pretty good.
Braun Breaker?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got you to watch the Cody Kevin Owens. You should check out Cody and Ricky Saints this week.
I just saw it advertised there in NXT. I'll see if I can get to it.
I listened to it today. It's pretty good.
Awesome. I'll check it out.
Yeah.
After this, we go back to Pierce's. Oh, I don't actually think this is in his office. This is backstage. But we get the Viking Raiders with Adam Pearce. And they say something about wanting to be at like the top of the totem pole when it comes to being number one contenders. And the camera pans, and you've got the New Day dressed all in black.
These fools.
Black roses.
These
and they're mourning their loss.
Kofi's hair is all flowing and curled and like... These fools, dude.
So dramatic. And they ask Pierce when they're getting their rematch. And the Viking Raiders walk up, and they're like, oh, well, you remember when we were looking for our rematch? And you're like, no, back of the line. You know, new matches, new contenders. Mm-hmm. So they kind of use their logic against them, which I did enjoy. And then Becky Lynch walks up. I didn't write it down, but what a dick. But she totally took the New Day side. I think she said something like, I'm sorry for your loss. And then She made a dig at Big E, and I was just
I
like,
almost spit my drink.
oh,
She was
yeah, brutal.
Like, I'm so sorry for you guys' loss. And oh yeah, good job kicking Big E out. He's such
congrats dropping the dead weight.
Yeah, she's like, he's such a dick or something. Like,
yeah.
She like starts talking shit to Big E. I was like, damn. Oh,
shots
man.
fired.
Oh, wow.
And so she ends up heading to the ring. She's like, so explain this to me. How did two people that both lost last week, how were they rewarded with a title match?
Apparently she's never watched WWE before.
Obviously, it's her first night ever.
Obviously.
She watches as much as Nick Nemeth does. So Becky's like, well, you got to pick her own opponent. Tiffany got to. We're like, why shouldn't I? Bayley's music hits, and before she can even get to the ring, Lyra's music hits, shoulder charges right through her, right to the ring. Has some words for Becky. She says, oh, good to see my titles wrapped around a bucket full of crazy. And then basically they just have a three-way argument, and it just goes in a circle. And basically the main points out of this, Bayley's like, I should be the champ. And Bayley's like, look, I don't need friends. I don't need tag partners. All I want's that title. Lyra's like, oh, great. So you're no better of a person than Becky Lynch is. All you care about is gold and not being friends. And basically they're just all arguing with each other, and they start brawling. Lyra gets the upper hand. She gets a night.
Pause. What? You didn't even say the best line.
Bro, we have like 4 hours of shit to talk about. I can't tell you every line that said.
Bayley called her a bitch.
That's true.
What do you mean? That was the line of the show. She was like, you put the title on her like a bitch. Damn.
That's pretty funny.
Mic drop.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was a good dig from Bayley, for sure. At least that was the one who raised the arm like a bitch. Yeah, no, that was good. Lyra hits the Nightwing up both of them. She stands tall, which makes me worried. She's not going to win this match because she's who I want to pick.
I mean, it's not going to happen, but this should be the main event.
Of Evolution?
Yeah, 100%.
What do you think is going to be?
Rhea. But this should main event the show.
I think it'll open.
It's the best story. It's the most like, yeah. It should 100% be the main event. It's not going to be, but it should be. So then we get another great segment with Breaker and them. So
God forbid we go 20 minutes without someone from Seth Rollins' fucking faction in this show.
I hate it. Jesus Christ.
It was just way too much. It was ridiculous.
You're wrong. This is the best way to have a show. When there's a line through the whole show. When you see the Judgment Day 6 times in the show. When you see Bloodline 4 or 8 times in the show. When you see the Vision 10 times in the show. It's a throughout. It's a story throughout the whole show. You're wrong. This is how it should be. Anyway,
I forgot this whole weekend was about Seth Rollins and his crew because they're in so many matches this weekend.
It is. Yeah. Anyways, so
terrible.
You see Seth and Braun in the locker room. Braun's like, what are we gonna do about this Cross guy? And Seth's like, what are you talking about? He attacked him for the match. Now people think I can't do it myself. Like, what the hell? That was the other part we missed. When Paul Heyman started going into Penta and started speaking Spanish, did you see Seth look at Bronson and go, did you know he can speak Spanish?
I don't know why I didn't write that part down. I must have totally spaced that.
But anyway,
yeah.
Seth's like, dude, don't worry about Cross. Nobody likes him anyways. So Heyman comes in and says Sammy is out indefinitely. They all start laughing and cheering and like just ribbing on him. And then Seth asks Reed, he goes, why are you laughing? Jay's still in good shape. And Reed says he won't be when I'm done with him.
And so these two go one-on-one. Pretty quick match. Bronson gets the offensive early. Jay gets control, hits the suicide dive. Then he sits Big Bronson Reed down in an announce chair, super kicks him out of it, heads back into the ring, goes for another suicide dive. Bronson Reed just throws the office chair at him. Match ends in a DQ. Get 2 tsunamis. Really wish we got more. I think it would have hit home if he, it's not like they're short on time. It's Raw. They can run it short as long as it wants. Fine with the result. I just wish that he would have banged up Jay a lot more. This whole thing was like, Jay's not going to be standing after him. No. I wanted more of a beatdown. We didn't get it. The one thing I did want from this group, didn't get it. I wanted more of a beatdown.
Yeah. All right. You go on your rant about the Evolution build. I'll be right back.
Yeah, for sure. So then after this, we get a really short video package. Well, not short necessarily, but we get a video package about Rhea Ripley, who's never defeated Io Sky, and it goes through the whole history in the WWE from the Mae Young Classic to NXT to everything that happened last year. And I just wrote after that there's been almost no build to Evolution. After this, we get El Grande Americana versus Dragon Lee. And it's obvious to most, at least, that it's actually Ludwig Kaiser wrestling as El Grande Americano. Both guys take turns trying to take the other's masks off. I thought the match between these two was actually really solid. This was one of the bright spots, and Tyler's going to miss it because he's not here. I think Gable adapted to the lucha style quickly, but Kaiser did fine in this one. Dragon Lee hits his big double stomp, and then he hits this really nice dive to the outside of the ring. But when he rolls El Grande Americano back into the ring, he loads up the mask just like Gable would, and he hits the running headbutt, and El Grande Americano gets the win over Dragon Lee, who I would like to see more of both of these guys on Monday Night Raw. And a match that I could definitely watch again.
What?
I had something good to say and you missed the whole thing, so.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I liked Grande versus Dragon Lee and I want him on my TV more. But yeah, I just recapped.
It was weird how Grande got taller.
A foot taller overnight and speaks really good German.
Well, I didn't like this match because Dragon Lee lost, so...
Hey, at least he was finally on TV.
How dare you. Listen, okay? Just don't be a hater. I don't know what else to tell you, man. Like, here's the thing. Has the build been great? No. But I will put money on it. That's the best show of the weekend.
We'll see.
I bet you it's the best show of the weekend.
What specifically is the best show of the weekend?
Evolution.
Let's hope.
I think it will be. I mean, it's definitely going to be better than Saturday night's main event. It's probably almost definitely going to be better than Great American Bash.
Great American Bash is going to be fucking terrible.
Oh, what?
I cannot wait to get into that. You want to talk about another bad build? That's a bad card. It's not a good card.
You need to, talk to somebody. I don't know what your deal is this week.
You hate Inamura. You can't defend this. The world title match is Yoshiki Inamura.
I mean, yeah, but that's going to start the show. That's the worst match on the card. A
good card.
I don't know what to tell you there. God. Anyways. I mean, there's really nothing to talk about with this match. It was fine. It was Kaiser dressed as Americano and beat Dragon Lee, which is incredibly disrespectful.
We didn't miss the Penta part yet. We just hadn't got to it.
No.
Because it's next.
In the beginning, in that first promo, he goes at Penta and starts speaking.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
So, buddy. So now Heyman confronts Penta backstage. They exchange some words in Spanish for a second time. And Breaker joins in and he's like, he got Paul Heyman's back. Tells Penta to watch his tone, the way he speaks to the Oracle. the Oracle. And what Penta says, Siene.
Here, Almeida.
Thank you. Again, Breaker going straight Steiner. He's like, what does that even mean? Like, what are we doing? Is this baseball? 3 strikes? Like, what the? And then we got a Stephanie Vicor video package. Then we got our boy, Gunther Walter, comes out to the ring. He says, I have verbally assaulted Goldberg the last 2 weeks. And Goldberg has done nothing about it. So I can only assume that Goldberg is afraid of me. And then we hear some tires, and then out comes Goldberg, driving the car, still thinking it's 1995 and he's cool. Comes straight out to the ring. I like the fact that he didn't get a mic. He's just yelling at him. And the mic that Gunther has and the mics in the ring are up. And he says, you, me, right now. Why wait? And the crowd's going wild. Gunther raises the mic to say something, and Goldberg smacks that bitch right out of his hand. All ready to go. Gunther goes to punch him. Counter. Goldberg hits a punch. Goes for the spear. Gunther gets out of there. This match better not go over 5 minutes. This match better not go over 5 minutes. I swear to God.
Yeah, I mean, 6-7 minutes, I think, tops. I don't think we'll get a ton. We'll get the hits. But it's a good segment, I thought.
I mean,
Goldberg looked
best
strong.
Of them. Yeah.
Good. Quick stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
I like this a lot, and the crowd went berserk for Goldberg.
Should I say I could say it twice, but chances are we're probably going to get more viewers on this video than the prediction video.
Okay.
So should I let my big prediction fly right now?
Whatever you want to do.
I have a prediction for Saturday night's main event.
What's that?
After Gunther wins, Roman comes out and challenges Gunther for SummerSlam.
You think so?
I do.
You think Gunther and Roman's the match?
I do.
Not Seth?
No.
Weird.
Think about this.
Think
about this. Seth twice cashes in Money in Bank on Roman Reigns. One at WrestleMania and one at SummerSlam. And then
that part's cool, but I just think about all the
Seth
shit.
And Roman to Mania.
That part's fair. I just think after the shit that Heyman just talked, it makes no sense to come back and fight someone else. It doesn't make sense to go after Gunther at all.
It does, because then he's champion.
Yeah, but then you're just avoiding the guy that just took you out and the guys that are talking shit about you.
That's true, but if you're the guy, are you more worried about somebody yapping, or are you worried about being the guy? You know what I'm saying? So, and Roman got an ego, dude. Roman might be technically a good guy, but tell me what that man has apologized for.
Absolutely nothing.
Not a damn thing. Do you think he is sorry for anything that happened? Hell no. He is the same Roman Reigns he was throughout the whole bloodline. He doesn't give two shits what Seth and Paul Heyman are saying, as long as he's champion. So, and frankly, he probably wants that title specifically because Jay held it. So,
that's some petty shit.
That's some Roman Reigns shit. So,
after this, we head to the main event. We got Penta versus Seth Rollins, because it had been roughly 20 minutes since Seth Rollins and his crew were on our TV last. When they come back from the break, Seth's got a cut above his eye and he wipes it off on Penta's mask. I thought that was hilarious.
So
good heel stuff.
So disrespectful.
By far the best part, in my opinion, of the show, Seth hits a pop-up buckle bomb, and Penta immediately reverses into a Mexican Destroyer.
That was awesome.
Thought that was awesome, which was a good recovery because the production for this match blew it twice. They screwed up Penta's entrance, and then they went for the replay on the pin, and literally the camera was on for the 1 count and then panned away for the 2, and I was just like, what? Also what I would probably do. Penta goes for the Penta driver again, but Seth headbutts him in the groin, sets him up for the stomp. Seth cheats. Seth wins. Seth does the frog splash. Seth is basically Eddie Guerrero. That's what I've just discovered in this one moment.
Yeah.
After the match, Heyman pulls out his phone. He calls for the bronze. But before they can get to the ring, L.A. Knight.
Yeah.
Blindside Seth. Yeah. Blindside Seth. Hits the BFT. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is how we go off the air.
Yeah.
L.A. Knight.
Some L.A. Knight.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Out of nowhere.
Hell yeah. Listen, this is your Monday Night Raw review. I want comments. Are you team champ? And this was a good show? Or are you team this guy who is drinking the haterade, as our boy Teddy Long would say? Playa. So you let us know. You comment. Let us know who's right. I mean, we know who's right, as we see from predictions. You know what I'm saying? But you let us know. Did you like the show? Did you not? If you're gonna give me some bull about like anti-WWE crap, just get out of here. I don't even want to hear it. You know what? I'm sorry. I know we're kind of in a time crunch today, but I gotta get something off the chest.
Oh, yeah, let's go.
If I hear, oh my god, do we remember 2019?
I try not to.
Does anybody remember how much they hated WWE?
Oh yeah, it was terrible.
Everybody remember how much they loved AEW?
Yeah.
Did everybody remember how much they were cheering champion every time a WWE reference was made on AEW? The throne was smashed. References left or right. WWE would go to a place, make no money. AEW would go in, sell out. Their pay-per-views would be right up on each other. Am I the only person who remembers this?
I remember.
So why the am I waking up every day and hearing, oh, WWE is counter-programming AEW. AEW's never done that in their life. They didn't do that year after month to every single TNA pay-per-view that's happened since this company's been in business. And just crying and whining. It set me over the edge today when I saw from effing Brian Alvarez, this isn't the last time that WWE is going to counter-program AEW. It's not AEW's fault that it's not doing well in sales and attendance. And no, it's WWE's counter-programming because effing 70-year-old Goldberg is actual counter-programming against AEW's WrestleMania. Get off the dick of Tony Khan, alright? If they really wanted to counter-program, it wouldn't be a Saturday night's main event with 80-year-old Bill Goldberg, okay? They have 3 matches on the damn card, okay? And for second, what day of the week is AEW program pay-per-views on, Cortland?
I don't know. I haven't watched one in
Sunday. They have been on Sunday every motherfucking month forever. Why is it on Saturday?
That sounds about right. Yeah, because the last one I watched was on a Sunday because I remember it was the night before my first tattoo appointment, and that was a Monday.
Because everybody was like, oh, I love pay-per-views back on Sunday. Anyways, so why is it on a Saturday?
I don't know.
Thank you. So when, not if, when And again, I don't have any beef with AEW. But this is happening for a reason. Because their ticket sales, not great. Their viewership, good, but not great. And this is going to be the excuse. And if their shit is down because of Bill Goldberg, then you know what? You have a bigger problem than you think. So, that was my, you know, it just, I can't do it. Can't do it.
Get it all out.
I had to let something out. And frankly,
Yeah.
I think All Out's probably going to be a good show. So, I'm just saying, stop giving them the excuse. You know? So, anyways, give us a like, subscribe, follow, notification bell, hit the dinger. Give us comments. Let us know. Was this a good Raw? Was this a crappy Raw? What do you think of the 3 shows this weekend? What are you watching? How are you watching? What are you going to do? You going to watch... let us know how you're planning on watching this wrestling this weekend. 'Cause there's a lot of crap this weekend. There is 4 pay-per-views if you're watching all of it, essentially. So let us know how you're watching it. Let us know what order you're planning. Are you getting people together? What? Let us know. Let us know what's up. So this is your Monday Night Raw review. We will see everybody tomorrow with our NXT review. We will see everybody Friday with our predictions. And until then, we will talk to everybody later. Peace.
Peace.
Enjoy your wrestling.